Hi everyone, thought I'd do a video post inspired by Sarah, who's done a couple in the recently. So here I go. As I love doing quirky posts on my live journal now and then, those being photo posts, video posts, music video posts, music posts, music, and always music. I thought I would do a quirky post here being Jeff shows off his stuff, also known as Jeff is bragging, and the inaugural Jeff showing off his stuff post should be music related. It wouldn't be right if it wasn't, as I love music so much. So as it is after 2 o'clock in the morning at the moment, I'm not going to be very long, so I'm only going to show you a few of my vinyls, not all of them. First one being Last Year's Wife. Last Year's Wife, Zero La Crest. Released that in 1984 by Fruit Cherry Red Records, and that's only the 7-inch copy. Unfortunately, I've not been able to track down the 12-inch version yet. The A side being Last Year's Wife and the B side being Women's Say. And before I go any further, I'd like to give a shout out to Terry Miles, who's the bassist on that, and his wife Sarah Miles, who's different Sarah, and thank them for the bootleg they sent at Christmas. Love it, from their upstairs at Eric's, from their performance in Eric's in 1985. Now the second album is again Zero La Crest, this one being Falling. Falling was released by Cherry Red Records a year later, 1985. A little bit interesting trivia for you. It actually features different vocalists. Andy Nakaza was the vocalist on Last Year's Wife, but Jamie Lord was a vocalist on Falling, and the reason for that being, my understanding anyhow, is that the Cherry Red at the time encouraged Andy to break off into a solo career, so they got Jamie to do the vocals on the second album. It's the 12-inch version in this case, which makes me very, very happy, because one extra track on it, and that being the tracks Falling, Beyond Westworld and Terminal Tracks. And it's a great album, great band. They are my favourite band for a good reason. And the third album I'd like to share with you now is Indoshine, La Adventurer. I actually tracked that one down at Parramatta Record Fair. It cost me about $40. The only disappointing part of it being it's actually a scratch on one of the songs, but it's very hard to get albums in mint condition, especially when they're 20 years old. That one was released in 1984 by Arabella Records. I believe Indoshine might still be around. I know that they were still releasing stuff in the early noughties, but I'm not sure if they're still together. I should check up on it. But if you are interested in checking them out, French-Canadian band Indoshine, their best album in my opinion would be the Paradise album, and my favourite track on that being Mail Boy. Finally, the last album I thought I'd share with you all is actually a soundtrack from one of my favourite cartoons growing up as a child, and that being JSOHS-Pt1. This was pressed by Southern Entertainment in 1981, or Southern Records actually, 1981, and interesting cartoon as it was a futuristic retelling of Homer's Odyssey, and I'm a big fan of mythology. Well, I love reading it anyway. I'm not going to go get a degree in it or anything, and yeah, so of course I was naturally drawn to it when it first came on TV. It also interesting in the sense of the production, because it was a collaboration between the Japanese and the French. That being the Japanese did the animation and the French did all the dialogue and the sound recording and the casting of the actors and such. A couple of other cartoons that have similar like origins are Mysterious Cities of Gold and Belle and Sebastian, that being the cartoon, not the band, who actually get their name from the cartoon. A couple for you anyway off the top of my head that I can think of. But anyway, that's the vinyls I thought I'd share with you tonight. Before I go, I'd like to give a shout out to everyone, and basically on my live journal, those who've been there for a long time, those who've been there for a short time, and those who've been there in between. Thank you all for always leaving kind comments now and then, and I do read everyone's journals when I get a chance. I don't always comment, but I do read. So again, I hope you're all well. Sorry to be sort of cut and run, but I need to get to bed. I've got to go to work. A concert tomorrow, St. Cecilia concert's actually on at City Recital Hall, Angel Place, at 2 o'clock, but it does mean that I've got to get up about 9 o'clock in the morning to get ready. So as it's just after 2 o'clock now, I will say goodnight. Hope you're all well, and as always, be good. Well, actually, as always, take care and be good. Bye, folks.